Welcome everybody to why you need these drops. And like Cynthia said, and like she is showing in her beautiful orange, just indicative of a daylight savings time. I love it. I am Michelle McKay, and I have my amazing partner with me, Cynthia Bolden, and then Miss Kimberly Brecka. I am so excited, you guys. We love knowing who our droppers are on the call. So if you are on the drops and you are a guest with us, please put a one in the chat because we want to speak directly to you. Okay. So we want to speak to our droppers and our guests. But y'all, Kimberly Brecka tonight is from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Big Rapids, Michigan. And she is not only a military person, a servant of the US, just she is just the most amazing servant, but she's also a military spouse as well. So military herself and a military spouse. So she is going to speak tonight directly to military spouses. So we are so excited because of everything that is going on in our world right now. We want military spouses to know that they have some options, not only for their health, but for their prosperity, right, Kimberly? So,
That's right.
Kimberly, we are so excited to hear from you tonight, and we appreciate all that you do for us. We appreciate how you have served our amazing country and how Mark, your husband, has served our country. And we just want to honor you tonight. And so we want you to have the opportunity to share with us all what the drops can do for you as a military spouse, but also what our business can do and how it can change lives. So, Kimberly, take it away.
Thank you, Michelle. Yes, Big Rapids, Michigan. Kimberly Brecka, Big Rapids, Michigan. I am a military spouse. I also am a veteran of the United States Air Force. But it goes a little bit further, and I don't even know that Michelle knows this. So I grew up, and my dad was in the Air Force the whole time I was a child. So I'm a military dependent. And then I joined the Air Force, so I'm a military veteran. Then I married my husband, so I'm a military spouse. And then one of our sons joined the Air Force, so I'm a military mom as well. So I've got it all covered. So by the time my husband was at the pinnacle of his career and we were leading the bases and I was helping with the spouses, I knew all the directions. I knew what each one felt, whether it was the child or the spouse or the mother that came to visit. So, why do we want to talk about military spouses, and why do I feel that this opportunity, both for health and prosperity, like Michelle said, it speaks to so many of us right now, but I feel like it really speaks to military spouses. So I'm going to throw some numbers at you. Sorry, I've been sick because I'm a numbers girl. So there are well over a million active duty military members. And of those, about half are married. So there's about 600,000 active duty spouses right now in the United States. 90% of those are women. Okay. And of those, listen to these numbers: 57% have a degree, have some type of college degree. 45% of those are bachelor's and above. These are very well educated people. However, 21% of them are unemployed. That is 5 times the national average. And, and in addition to that, another 30% are underemployed. Why is that? Because they move all the time. We move all the time. Or your husband, your spouse deploys or goes temporary duty somewhere and you're in charge of everything. It's very, very difficult to work a 60 to 70-hour work week, manage your children, manage your home, and your spouse isn't there. Single moms know exactly what I'm talking about. And that's really what ends up happening. Um, so keep in mind that stress is probably pretty high, right? All that's going on, and a large portion of our military spouses, our military, are lower grades. They're just coming into the military, so and they have designations E1, E2, E3 when they first come in. They make about $2,500 a month before taxes. They are supporting a spouse or a family on between $2,000 and $3,000 a month before taxes. So now you've got a lower income and your spouse can't work, right? So that is why I feel our opportunity is so important. Our remote opportunity is so important. And I'll talk about a little bit more on that in just a second. So, what did I say? I said these spouses are dealing with a lot of stuff, especially when their military member is deployed. The last thing you want to do is pick up that phone and call your husband when he's on the back roads in Afghanistan and tell him the dishwasher broke, right? We're not going to do that. So we have to handle all of this ourselves. We have to figure it out. Our stressors are high, whether it is when they're deployed, whether it's the employment issue, whether it's education, or whether it's, sorry guys, or whether it's not being able to find a good job, not being invested in a job. I'm going to share my screen. So stressors are really high. And what is our stress hormone? It's cortisol, isn't it? So let me put my slideshow on. We're going to go through this real quick because we're going to talk about why PartnerCo can help. Why I'm gonna move that so I can see and then y'all can see. So this stress, this cortisol level, right? As it gets higher and higher, and then, because of what we eat, our blood sugars are unstable, we become insulin resistant. Our hormones become unbalanced or in imbalance. All of these on this screen right here are just little indicators of hormone imbalance. Let's see if I can go to the next page. Sure. So we are PartnerCo. What we have, we work partnership marketing. What we have can help any military spouse out there, whether it's on the health side or whether it's on the prosperity side. We have over 100 products, all the good products, from clean energy drinks to protein powders to our drops, which we'll talk about in just a second, to collagen, all these amazing products from really well-sourced places around the world. And we're global. We're in over 58 countries. So where do you think military spouses might have some ties? In a lot of different countries. We are doctor proven. We have clinical studies. We have quality tests. What we have is the real deal. And we have the professionals in the medical field to back that up. So let's talk about the drops for a minute. And we're going to really focus in on these drops for two reasons. One, because this is how we start our business. This is really how we start our business. It is a done for you business, but also because these drops are going to help us lower that stress hormone, lower that cortisol, stabilize that blood sugar, put those all together, and you can drop weight twice as fast as if you're just changing your eating style alone. Pardon me again. So the body balancing drops, the Slenderized system, the hormone balancing drops, they have a million nicknames. They help balance the hormones, including, like I said, cortisol, blood sugar, and all the other 50 plus hormones you have in your body, including your sex hormones. They curb your appetite. They increase your energy. Who doesn't need a little bit more energy? They increase your metabolic rate. They boost your mood. They support your thyroid. And like I said before, they help stabilize that blood sugar. Now, we do have an approved foods list. What does that mean? These are foods that are low on the glycemic index. They're not going to spike your blood sugars. They're real whole foods, either out of the earth or off the earth. They do not have a box and they do not have a package and they do not have ingredients. They are a real food. I always say, grab a protein, add 2 vegetables, go on about your business. It's not difficult. You don't have to make it hard. 1 protein, 2 vegetables, you're good to go. We've got a couple before and afters on here because we do talk about weight loss while we're lowering that cortisol and stabilizing that blood sugar. If your body has any weight to release, it's going to release it. So I'm going to flip through these real quick. I'm sure a lot of you have seen these before and afters. Kristen is amazing. She had a little baby weight going on. She needed to lose that, so she did. Ursula's a mama 6. Let's talk about stress a little bit. You think a mama stress who homeschools might have a little stress? Oh yeah, she's got a little bit. She found the drops. She's doing wonderfully. Alan was on medicines, and this is, I always like to say, make sure if you're on medicines and you start feeling like you don't need them, go to your doctor. Make sure you're working with your doctor. But Alan's off a whole bunch of medicines, and look at that. We're gonna call that a stress hormone belly. We used to call it a beer belly, but look at Alan. He looks great. Missy, this is another cortisol belly. Here we go. Just lower that cortisol. Eat those good foods and take those drops, and you'll be like Misty. And not everybody has a lot of weight to lose. Robin didn't have a lot of weight to lose, but she had a couple targeted places she wanted to, so she did. Dr. Crystal has an amazing transformation, and if you're on the Circle of Health, she's one of our co-founders of that. Terry, great transformation. Ashley, again, she didn't have a lot of weight to lose, but she tightened things up and got rid of some of that visceral fat. Ashley also is one of our founders of that Circle of Health. And if you don't know what that is, get with the person who sent you because it's really, really helpful. Now, the drops. I cannot say enough good about them. There are many ways to lose weight, and we're going to transition to that in a minute with Cynthia. There are many ways out there right now. You see a lot of them on television. However, this is homeopathic, all natural, and your body does all the work. So how do you get them? Well, you go to the person who invited you here tonight and you ask for them, and you can buy them from them. But there's other things going on too. You can open, and this is what I get so excited about with our military spouses for 2 reasons. Because this is a global virtual business that you work remotely. Do you know how many, if you're in groups on Facebook over and over and over, whether it's a job group, whether it's a military group, over and over, I see people say, I need a remote job. I need a remote job. I have to work at night. My kids, this is a remote job. It is a global virtual business for $30. $30. That's it. You get your own website, you get your own back office, you get an app that goes along with you, you have all the training, and we have a done for you system of growth. If you have looked into, and a lot of people who want to work remote, look into affiliate marketing and look into digital marketing, and you'll see that little term over and over, DFY, done for you. Ours is done for you for $30. How does that work? Well, it's this simple. Remember that $30 that you spent? You get 30% off. And with that, you can buy one of our bulk packages, the first one being the 4-pack, where if you sell those 3, it pays for the whole pack and yours is free. So you get it and you get a little bit of profit, okay? Or you can then also use your social media and turn it into profit. Because remember, the system is done for you. From the text scripts, so that questions that they ask you, that all the answers are there, the social media posts are all there, videos are there, training is there, everything is there. It's all right here on one app, which happens to be free when you start. Okay, so would $200 a month help? Yes. Would $700 a month help even more? Yes, probably. So what you're going to do is you're going to post and you're going to sell 6 of those, which pays for all 10 of them. And then the rest are all profit in your pocket, about $720. Or you're going to sell 16 and all the rest of that 30-pack is going to be profit. And that's about $2,300. So remember I said that military member makes about $2,300 a month? You could double your household income by doing this, putting the work in. Obviously, not everybody does the same. Our income depends on how much work we put into it, but it's possible. I would love it if you partnered with us. So remember I talked about there's other ways to lose weight. We think these are the best ways. We learned a little bit today about that. So before I turn it over to Cynthia, if you are interested in the drops or you're interested in a remote business, global virtual remote business, get back with the person who sent you here today.
Awesome,
Kimberly,
Kimberly. Well, go for it, Cynthia. We want to hear what you followed up
Kimberly,
with.
Michelle, you look pretty in green, by the way. Kimberly, you did an excellent job. Give it up for Kimberly. Let's show that love. Excellent.
Thanks.
So, look, guys, you hear my excitement all the time, but I think you're going to hear it by 10 tonight. If you did not get on the call today with Dr. Plant and James Zing, find it, get on it, and listen to it over and over and over. Why, Cynthia? Here are some points. It just really made our job so much easier to serve. So we all thanked Kimberly and her family for their service. Now we're in a position to serve like no other time. Confidence, confidence, confidence. Truth always builds confidence. So if you've been sitting thinking, I've talked to everybody, my neighbors, my cats, my dogs. I mean, I've talked to everybody. I am telling you with the confidence today to understand this. I have had the pleasure of saying this for years. So I'm going to say, I'll share this with Dr. Plant, but he did say this today. When you think of supplementation, get really excited. Think of your testimonies. Think of your clients' testimonies. Think of all your customers and friends that are winning here. That confidence to know that supplementation was never designed to fix anything, only to feed a body that needs the right kind of food through cellular nutrition, and Partner Co offers it all the way with no questions asked, science based. Supplementation, guess what, guys? And you are here. So go listen again and listen for this. Supplementation is to enhance a healthy lifestyle. So when somebody comes and, maybe they didn't know, we have patience, but it's not for us to kind of push somebody. It is for us to share with them. This supplementation will help you to do what your body wants to do. Deep down, people really want it. They really do. But sometimes I'm not saying hold somebody's hand like you're like pulling. No. But what I am saying is, you know what? I didn't know. Maybe that's some way to start. I didn't know, but now I do. And I want you to know. Think about that. And when people see how you feel about it, and then you share, we could share the science all day long, but can we also share that supplementation is there to help an already healthy lifestyle? These drops help you get and reach that goal of a healthy lifestyle. You may start the drops off. People may have started the drops off with Oreo cookies, drops in one hand and Oreo cookies in the other, but it won't be long. It won't be long. That approved food list, I like that, Kim. Meat, two vegetables. Those drops, dropper one going in, dropper two, and that consistency of a belief system. Believe in yourself. Believe in the power of the body and that what it's already made to do. So it just has me so super, super excited. With all the promotions, we're going to get on a call in just a few minutes to hear about our winner from the body balancing drop contest. Well, it wasn't a contest, but our challenge, and who's going to Maui. And then we're going to hear later on our next call all these promotions that's set in place for us to kind of hold a person's hand and to get them to where they want to be. Tell people, dream again. I'll help you. Let's dream. Let's get the cobwebs off of that imagination and go big by helping people live a lifestyle that they really want to live. It's just been buried down a little bit. We can get it done because we are truly better together. Michelle?
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Cynthia. Well, that's your invite tonight to join in where you fit in. So, Cynthia and Kimberly gave you some amazing options, and it all starts with cellular nutrition in our bodies. And that is just the place to start. And the debate over the different options of how to get that amazing cellular nutrition in your body was, to me, it was finalized today. So when you're talking about GLP-1s versus drops versus natural versus a medication, to me, there's no question today. So nobody can feel bad about being on any medications for weight loss or for trying to correct the insulin resistance, but we know there is nothing out there like the drops to correct the insulin resistance, to lower the cortisol levels, and to get your bodies the amazing cellular nutrition where it knows what to do. Our bodies are so intuitive. So we thank you all for being on this call. Get back to the person who brought you on this call to go over these options again. And to, like I said, you join in where you fit in. And we love saying, if you get the 4-pack, you've got your own supply, or you bring on 3 friends alongside you. And you get 10 friends out there that want to join you, or at least 6 to pay for the 10-pack, then you just bring them on alongside you and get that paid for. But you get 15, 16 friends who want to walk this journey with you. You get that 30-pack, and you get to the ultimate position and the highest top commission with us. So thank you all for being on. You all have an assignment. Get back with the person that you invited here. And then if you are a guest, get back with the person who brought you on as well. So you have a great night tonight. Look forward to seeing you guys on the next call. And thank you so much, Kimberly, for sharing this amazing goodness with all military spouses. We love that military spouses have an option to not only transform their health, but transform their prosperity. So thank you, guys. Thank you, Kimberly, for being so awesome tonight. Thank you, Cynthia. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Michelle. Good night,
Thank you,
everybody.
Michelle.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night,
Night.
everybody.
Awesome
Thank
evening.
you.
Good night.
Thank you,
We love you.
Kimberly. Thank
I
you.
love you. Bye,
Have a
Cynthia.
blessed
I love
night.
you. Bye, Michelle.
Love you too.
Bye-bye. We love you. Bye-bye. Good
Bye.
night.